Today we are pulling for Nier, which is finally back after 3 years of people clamoring for a rerun. And we got the unit that people wanted here, A2, and that's who I'm going to pull for. This collab feels a little bit unique because they didn't bring back the bosses from the previous Trial of Reckoning, so that's very interesting. And they also added English voice acting, which was like completely unexpected. I'm not sure if that's a product of the worldwide version, which it could potentially be, but I have a feeling that it's really just a one off thing. So the elephant in the room is my huge amount of viz that I have up here. In case you didn't see my community post, I ended up winning the Moraga lottery. I totally didn't really need 100k viz. I was already saving. But I still bought the Visual Pack H and I still bought the tickets, so I'm still trying to support the game regardless of how much Viz I have gotten for free or whatever. So I'm just trying to spend it. I'm not saying I'm gonna spend it all here. It obviously is gonna depend on my luck, but if I do happen to pull early, I think I'm gonna just try to fast build a little bit. Whatever amount I get earlier than pity, I'll just spend it on shards. Hopefully that sort of just evens out. In terms of the VC, I'm trying to be a little bit better in terms of looking forward to what's the benefits of the VC are. So I kind of just looked at what units are going to be able to use this. There's going to be some pretty good units on here. But in terms of what I own, I don't necessarily have a lot of good units on here. The ones that stand out to me are Summer Shella. I also have Hyo. I'm not necessarily saying that he's a good unit, but I do have him. Lucio, Elena, maybe Lara Croft, maybe Barrett. And one other one here on the right. I know the ones on the right here are kind of old, but definitely Rain has gotten some pretty good upgrades, so I think he's going to be pretty decent. And the only other one is really like Dwayne. He might still be okay to kind of manage with this card, but again, I'm just getting so lost in the sauce when it comes to these cards, so I kind of just want to double check to make sure, who I can use it on, so I could kind of have that in mind already as I try to build teams. All right, with all that said, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm just going to pull. So let's go ahead and start off here with this ticket that I bought for 300 paid viz. So we're going to be counting the amount of pulls. So right away, since I bought this ticket for paid viz, it's going to be a skip, I think. That's already going to be 2,000 in the bank for just going for shards. So regardless of if I hit pity or not, that's 2,000 for shards. Okay, so aside from pulling here, I think I'm going to go with the 4-step route. Hopefully I'm pulling on the right thing here. The 4-step is still going to give you the medals, but it's going to give you a little bit of a discount, and it's also going to give you shards. So let's go ahead and go for that. Okay, brown book, as expected, but apparently it turns into a rainbow. Okay, so let's see if we get ridiculously lucky here. That would be insane. I mean, with my luck, I'm probably going to get lucky here, so let's see what we get. Okay, Ziza. I mean, as much as I want to save as much viz as possible, I think that would be ridiculous luck to have this on top of winning the lottery, essentially. All right, so let's keep going here. Yeah, I know I've gotten lucky in my last couple of videos, so this is going to be a VC. I'm not sure if that could even be a UR. I have gotten lucky in my last couple of videos, but I also, for whatever reason, decided to go for Winter Venera, and I went all the way to pity for that. So that was, I mean, it was like 18k pity, but yeah, I'm not fully lucky when it comes to everything. Okay, so this was the shards. This was the mind spheres, and then I think the next step is the shards. So if it's gonna be shards at the top, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip at that point. Okay, gold book, but is it a fake gold book? Oh, it's actually a VC. That's kind of weird. So definitely not a VC I needed. I pulled that one on day one, I'm pretty sure. All right, so 5 steps in. This is number 6. That's a brown book. And looks like it stayed blue at the top, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. Alright, so I think in total, what have we saved? 2K viz here, and then another 1K. So that's 3K, I guess. Okay, so at least I'll give this one a chance. At least it's yellow at the top. Okay, let's see if it changes. No, it doesn't. Okay, Rairu, you are actually on the list of people on that VC, so I guess I'll take the Rairu. Okay, so this is step 8. Okay, gold book. That could just be the shards or the mind spheres. Okay, so we do have 2 rainbows on this. Well, not counting the shards. There's still a bunch of VCs that I need, like dark espers or ultros. That's a brand new one. I'll take that. So actually there was some good to there being VCs on this banner, so I'll definitely take that. And let's see if we get lucky here. Charlotte. She's another one that happens to be on the VCs. So yeah. Alright, so shard time here. Yeah, oh yeah, I'll leave a review for the Charlotte, no problem. Alright, so this would be step 9. Okay, there's a chance. Actually, that's probably gonna be a rainbow then. If the shards were in the first slot. Nine steps in, do we get her? Ooh, Gernsback. I'll take Gernsback. I did already have him, but shards are definitely going to be useful for him. So, would be nice to have another spear unit. We'll save the 9S till the end. Alright, so we're 9 steps in. So let's go for this. I always get the feeling that I'm pulling on the wrong banner. But I think this is the right one for now. I think this is the best bet. Okay, so we got some yellows. And just to remind myself that this is step 10. Okay, nothing here. So aside from the new Nier units, I still do want to pull for 2B. When this original banner came around, I foolishly spent all my viz on like Final Fantasy X, which I think was what was running before that, and just like other random pulls, and like I just didn't plan ahead for Nier, so I was barely able to build 9S last time, and I kind of just wish I would have had 2B because my win team had been lacking since that point, and that would have been a great addition to have. But yeah, that all depends on how well I do here. I lost track. I think that was step 11. Alright, so at least we have a yellow at the top. Okay, rainbow. There we go. So that I'm not. So that was like 11 or 12 steps there. Uh, I want to say that's probably average for a normal rate unit, but that's still way above average for 100 cost. So okay, if I could get that much luck on all of my pulls, I would take that 100%. 120 shards. Okay, so as I said, just to kind of stay true to what I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a bunch of shards right now. At least like the 5 sets that are here. I'll probably just buy all that straight up. The 3 sets. Okay. And then the other thing here on this card, apparently they did 40 for 1250, and it's supposed to be, I think, 25 for 1250. And actually, I think they updated this one. I think that was 25 before, and they just updated it. I'm not even sure about that. All right, let's get back to the card. So that was a relatively pretty early pull. So let's go for the card. So what? A pity would have been 40k, right? So I'm still like over 10k more than I should be. So I'm pretty good for the card. Um, let's see. So 10 step up 10 times. I think this gives you shards. So the hollow VCs are still a mess. They said that they were going to update the system. I think the shards in the shop were a bug for what people are saying. But this is kind of like, I mean, it's something to get these shards here. But honestly, if you have to hit pity, then it's just like a big expenditure to go for these cards. Um, I would want for these cards to be. All right, I'm just gonna skip here. If they're gonna be so expensive to pull, like maybe instead of having got an SRL, instead of having just the usually 3 weapon types, I think they should probably just add a 4th, right? Um, there's a lot of things they can do to improve the system. Either make it more applicable for more units, or just do something in terms of making it easier to pull. It looks like we have another unit. I think I've gotten lucky with these so far, but it's pretty brutal to have to go to pity for these, because it goes from like a 10k guaranteed and then being able to build a VC practically for free to like 20. I think it was like 24k total, 2450 or something like that, to have to pity and then build it from scratch. So that's a 14k difference in price for a VC. So it's just, I'm not sure if it's really seeming to be all that worth it. And so actually, so I think that was 3 steps. Actually, let's look at the card. I think the card is pretty good for A2 for sure. Take a look at the stats real quick. Slash attack up 42, that's pretty good. Area resist 20, pretty good. Okay, that much is definitely good. Chain resist only for guild battles, I mean, that's still pretty decent. 10 attack up and 20 more slash up for A2. That's what brings it to the insane point. But in terms of using this for other people, it's just like, okay, like this is just okay, the slash attack up 42. But definitely, if you're going to get this card, make sure you have 2B or A2. I think that's pretty much the requirement for this. Okay, so step 4. And there's no discounted ticket for this banner either, so maybe that's another way they could provide a little more value. As I get the Jaden, definitely didn't need the Jaden. Okay, so it looks like we're not even getting VCs on this. So that should be step 5. Brown book. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be my viz drain. Okay, so step 6. I hope I'm counting right. I feel like I did just say step 5. Maybe it might be a good idea to double check, unlike step 9. Okay, yellow, so we have a chance. We got 3 yellows. We got 4 yellows. And that probably messed up our luck there. Okay, rainbow. Calum, yes. Talk about like the card that I've pulled the most in this game. That's definitely it. Probably pulled that thing like 11 times. Alright, I think this is 7. Okay, there's a chance. Okay. Did I say 7? Because I think this is 8 now. And now I'm just doubting myself. Okay, silver book. Unit at the top. Okay, and I think this is 9. And after this, I'll just collect the medals so far. Another unit at the top. Flag Bearer Glaciella. Man, it was so hard to get my first copy of her, and then I think I've pulled her like 3 or 4 times after that. Alright, so presents. Or is it here? Yeah. So let's collect all that stuff. We got a turtle out of that, 100 turtles. And then let's double check the mock shop. This one. I went over. Wait, hold up. This one. Okay, that was exactly 10. So I miscounted. Okay, so let me go ahead and buy this. And yeah, so now I have no medals for this. This is what I'm saying. So that was 20k. And so I'm going to be missing a lot of medals. Thankfully, there's the bug, so now I can just buy the shards from the shop. And so I'm not entirely sure how many I'm missing. Yeah, somebody's going to get lambasted over this. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm missing considering the bingo board. So I'll just buy 1 set for now. Boom. Okay, so I could have gotten 1 unit and 1 card if I didn't get this 100k out of nowhere. But next week I'll be back and I'll get 2p. And then I'm still deciding. I mean, it's going to depend on how much I have left over. I think I'm in a pretty good spot though. And I should be able to get 2b as well. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I did get this reward. Oh, let me do this poll. I did get this reward back when Final Fantasy IX was still in the shop. I think Winter Wrath was in the shop. I think there was one other one. Oh, Asterisk, the Erudite. So I was tempted to pull on those. I've been tempted to pull on the global first units. I think I am in pretty good shape, so I might still get some shards for them. But I think I'll wait at least until the end of this week. But okay, good to get some Nier shards out of this too. And I think at this point, some near mind spheres, I mean, at this point, we've gotten a pretty decent amount of mind spheres for those of us who already had stuff from the first run of this event. Alright guys, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to try to build up my A2 as quickly as I can. Yeah, I might just max her out today. And we'll see. Since we don't have the daily gil summons anymore, I can just try to max her out today. And I know there's like Chocobo and all that stuff, but I could just use those for other Nier units. Right, so that was fun. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.